There's my kitty. He woke me up. Isn't he cute?
All right. I went probably close to an extra mile. 2 hours and 16 minutes, 47 seconds, 38 milliseconds. 2 hours, 16 seconds for my hike. And a lot of it was a jog. Trying to get the first mile down on a pretty fast jog. But remember, guys, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you always get hydrated. I carry a water pack with me, which I've shown on another vlog. So make sure you get plenty of water. All right, kitty. You have the scratching post, your cat condo over here, and the whale shark tunnel. So you have plenty to do. You enjoy your day and have lots of fun. I'll see you tonight. All right, 179,609 miles. We're at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. It's June 15, 2023. Welcome to the Please Subscribe Show with your host, moi, Cole Spivey. Soon, we'll be turning this thing into Actor's Life with Cole Spivey. It'll happen soon. Right now, it's still the Please Subscribe Show. We're headed out to Jason's Deli. So the two places that I get my, dinner salad is Jason's Deli or Central Market. So those are the two. And Jason's Deli, I used to, what I usually do with Jason's Deli is I get it through the app because I get points. You get what's called deli points. So it's a good deal because you can knock off the price for future buys. And even sometimes if you get enough deli points, you can just pay for the to-go salad. Or if you go through the a salad bar, you can pay for it through the deli apps. You can do a to-go salad if you'd like, or you can just go through the salad bar and just eat there. All right? And then after that, we'll be dropping food at your doorstep. Still preparing to head out to Hollywood. I'm still riding Skinny Pete and Friends. I usually ride it when I go to a Mexican food restaurant and get chips. Don't know why. It's just kind of a ritual. So we're still going to finish up Skinny Pete and Friends. I don't have a lot left on Skinny Pete and Friends for the on the teleplays. I'm just going to write the pilot. But it is going to end with the kidnapping of Badger and Skinny Pete in a place called Waverly Place in Brooklyn by a guy named Guitar Man. So it's ending up to that point. It's a lot of fun to write. Then what we're going to do is we're going to polish up Grace by October. I have an assignment. Everybody knows about Grace, the werewolf film. I'm going to send that out in hard copy, as in paper copy, to Grim Life Collective because they have a P.O. box and they like for people to send them strange things. So I thought it would be kind of an homage to them because they're a vlog group that they do a lot of horror, haunted houses. They do filming locations for horror films, and they're getting big. They're in Hollywood. So I thought, why don't I send them a copy of the script? Just so they'll have it. And if it ever lifts off, it'd be cool because they'd have one of the original copies of Grace, the werewolf film. It's also known as Werevlog because there's vloggers in it. All right. So that's our plan for October. I got to print that out. I do have an extra printer cartridge. Then we'll probably maybe work on the second part of Escape from Maine, which is Escape from Maine is a series. So we've already written the pilot episode. It's already done. It's already polished up. I read it. It's good to go. So we're going to start working on the second series of it, which will be another 100 pages. And like I heard Gary Oldman talk about this because if you watch Apple TV, Gary Oldman is doing a thing based on Slough House, which is known as Slow Horses. Slough House is a book. It's a spy thriller. And Slow Horse, which I've seen some of it, Slow Horses, is very, very good. It's a spy thriller, but it's based on that book. So the guy that's doing it, or the director behind it, or the screenwriters, they're working on like a 6-hour movie. That's what that comes out to be in many cases. And then they go to the next season for another 6-hour movie. So media, or not media, but social media has changed the way we look at cinema and the way we look at teleplays and the way that we look at movies that are on cable. Because now a director or writer gets to work on a 6-hour series, or they'll work on what's known as a 6-hour movie, basically. And it's even longer than that at times. I don't even know how long Breaking Bad would be. You can binge watch it over a weekend, but I don't know if it's like 120 episodes or like how many. I don't even know. I should know because I'm working on Skinny Pete, but I did binge watch it over a weekend. I think it was over like 72 hours binge watched Breaking Bad. Not the entire time. I had children and a wife and everything, and people in my church had done the same. I thought, I felt bad about it, so I confessed, I said, I binge watched Breaking Bad, and they said, don't worry about it, Cole, so did I, and I had to ask for forgiveness. I just was curious, and I wanted to, and I loved it. I love Breaking Bad, but I'm a big fan of Better Call Saul. I love Better Call Saul. I'm also a big fan of Laverne and Shirley. I love the guy Michael that played Charlie, or Charles McGill. He was on Laverne and Shirley. Didn't play Squiggy. I always thought he played Squiggy. He played Lenny. Always said, oh, he played Squiggy. No, he played Lenny. Great performance. Plays this OCD lawyer that's afraid of electricity. And Bob Odenkirk, I was introduced to him through Better Call Saul. Even though I did know that he was part of Breaking Bad, but I didn't really keep up with his character, and I didn't really keep up a whole lot with Skinny Pete until later on. And then my friend Grover Colson was on an episode of Better Call Saul, and of course Charles Baker's Skinny Pete, who I acted with on stage. So I know a lot of them. I know a lot of film directors, actors, and everything. So I got this idea. I was like, well, why don't we do a spinoff on Skinny Pete and Badger? And Matt Jones, he's a great actor. He's got a career. Charles Baker's working on The Mandalorian, so he's got a career launching off, and he's worked with Terrence Malick, the great Texas filmmaker. So I thought, well, why don't we try it? Why don't we at least try it? I know Diane Salinger, she wants to be Katharine Hepburn. Supposedly, I would think that would come from Katharine Hepburn's autobiography, Me, and I know Diane Salinger. So I thought, well, let's try this. Let's try Skinny Pete and Friends. Let's see if we can get funding out of it. Let's see if we can get some success out of it. Then we have other projects that we can work on that, you get the money for one project and it dominoes into another project. That's how the game works, all right? So we're going to see what we can do. And hopefully we can make a career out of this. And along the way, we'll find what we need creativity-wise and maybe financially funding-wise so that we can set forth on this and keep a positive, hopeful attitude. Alright, so we do have a calorie count on this, so we can get some of the calorie count right here. I get an idea. So 4 strips of the bell peppers, 10 calories. I usually get more than that. So I get about 50 calories worth of that. Broccoli, I usually get just 1, so that's about 15. They're 65. Cucumbers are 70. Grape tomatoes is 80. Mixed greens is only 30, so about 100 calories right there. Yeah, I might be overcounting some of these calories. I might have lost more weight than I have. I'm just doing random weigh-ins, so I haven't done it yet. I'm not really planning a weigh-in, really. Just having whatever I feel. Zucchini's 5 calories, yeah. I'm probably overcounting the calories. It's probably way less than I thought. Oh, they got olives back. The bacon, they do count the bacon for one of them. Yeah, 60 calories, so that's probably about 100 right there. So we're working on about 200 right now. The reason I was going to do a mime about the salad bar is because of the tongs. You know, the guy called the police on me about the tongs. And also people too, because people kind of get in the way of the salad bar. Make a great mime. You know, little mime. If I get back in shape, I can start doing mime again. There's some of the olives. What I usually do is I de-yolk the eggs and I only get 3 crackers. So we're gonna get the 1 and these 2 right here. 2. And then one of these. Now on nuts, seeing if I can find 1 muffin is actually 70. So that's 70 calories. I don't really do a lot of croutons. The garlic toast I do. So we're going to do a calorie count on the garlic toast. On the garlic toast, that's about 80 calories. That's 80 right there. So we're working on 300. I'm just looking to see if the nuts, it has stuff about, yeah, sunflower seeds. Anyway, I guess you can count it the same as sunflower seeds, so it's 120 for an ounce. I don't have a way of, I don't know if this is an ounce or what. I'm gonna skip the pasta. These are good for the heart. And then these, I think it was a few strips. It was like 40 calories. Kind of what David Bowie ate whenever he was doing station to station, or not station to station. I don't remember what he was doing, but he ate a bunch of this with basically with milk, and a fly got in his milk one time. All right, I use 7 to 6 eggs, 2 of them. And I usually de-yolk these eggs. So each 2 eggs is about 100 calories. So 1 and 2 and 3. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I de-yolk all those. I'm only going to do a little bit of this dressing right here. And I'm going to switch over this right here. This is the salmi. A little lighter weight. I usually go for this right here. Wine vinegar. Red wine. There she goes. She fell down. I don't know, maybe 1,000. I'm just guessing 1,000 calories, including the eggs. Crackers, maybe 1,100. All right, so the first process of it is going to be for de-yolking. So we're going to de-yolk everything into these. It's a very simple process. We do have a little bit of copyright, but we're hoping that I don't recognize the song, so I'll turn it off. And I'm not going to eat a whole lot in front of you, just a little bit. But so it looks like here, we're going in here, show the yolk, setting aside, and this is just pure protein, which will go onto the salad right here. There it is there. And this one will be going into my mouth. Thank you, Lord, for the food. So not everybody gets everything they want in life. So I got to give up all the hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff for a reason, right? We got to give up certain things for our love. So we're just getting our protein from egg right now. I'm showing this to my friend Antha. My friends was like, oh, okay, Cole's on a diet. And my enemy, it'll make them mad. Because being healthy is a way you get revenge on your enemy. You live a healthy life, you get revenge on your enemy. That's what it means, live a well-to-do life. That's how you get revenge. If you try and take revenge yourself, then you won't get revenge. And that's what your enemy wants you to do. Your enemy wants you to take revenge against him. Just live a good life. That's the best revenge. And I have 3 beautiful children. Because your enemy wants you to seek revenge so they can get you in trouble. So stay away from your enemy. There's certain people that I don't talk to because they want to go around the world making enemies. It's better just to do your creative stuff and be healthy. No cigarettes and no beer and no wine in my life. Have health. Good to go. Now, thank the Lord for food. It's 370. Well, I'm praying for Linda, and I have a lot of other people praying for her because, like I said, when I first met her, she was drinking up to 15 beers a day. And it's no way to live a life. I pray for her sobriety so she can know God. Because you cannot know God if you're drunk. It says so in the Bible. If you're a drunk, you cannot know God. You're all the way from Illinois. All right. Legacy. We're at the shops. The Clear Fork. I debated to go see Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm a Martin Scorsese fan. I thought about maybe possibly seeing it here. This is a new movie theater. It is AMC, right next to Pinstripes. I used to go out to Angelica in Dallas, which I might do that. There was a sushi place right next door. I'd get a shot of vodka and go out there and see a movie, but I don't really drink as much. Ever since I met Linda, I've been really careful about it because alcoholism does kill. There's AMC right there. You'll see the very, very edge of it right there. But alcoholism does kill. It does kill. And my friend Megan, who was a dancer at Texas Wesleyan, she succumbed to alcoholism. I asked her after they found her dead. I asked her, well, I didn't ask her, but I asked her friends. I asked her friends, I said, well, what happened to Megan? And the answer was she lost her battle to alcoholism. It does happen. It does kill. People don't think that it does, but it actually does kill. There's Luna Grill. We're going to pick up your Luna Grill and drop it off at your doorstep. Real food crafted with care. All right, we got the Luna Grill. 2.8 miles, we'll be there in 9 minutes. We'll arrive at 5:03 in the PM. It's called day work. Ruff, ruff. Oopsie daisy. So I'm listening to Elliott Smith, High Times. It's got a great build. It's an example of a song that has a great build. High Times, Elliott Smith. Alright, we're going to go and see where the assault took place. Now, if it was a citizen's arrest, that's, fine and dandy, but let me explain something. There was a citizen's arrest that was done on the subway in New York City just recently. The guy was a great performer. What happened was there's a black guy who was a performer, and he impersonated Michael Jackson. And the black guy flipped out, and the white guy, who was a United States Marine Corps, and a lot of them are gay, got him in a chokehold, real pretty chokehold. You can see him doing it. That guy's gonna go to prison for a while. Now they're saying 15 years. Whether he serves the white guy serves the whole 15 years, I don't know. But it was a citizen's arrest that went wrong. Now we're on Camp Bowie, and that native that got me in the chokehold. If I were to die, and I asked the cops about it, and they agreed with me. If I were to die, there'd been some big issues. Because if you're performing a citizen's arrest and you die, or if you perform a citizen's arrest and you kill somebody, it ain't worth the arrest. You just get the information and report it to the policemen, Let the special policemen go, okay, we'll go get him. You don't try to do your own citizen's arrest. I think that guy's in prison. He probably had some warrants. That's a Battery Bowl. That's where it took place right there. They trespassed me from this place, which is going out of business right here. That'll go out of business. Right there. Galligaskin Submarines is going out of business. I've already heard. There's homeless people all along here. They're starving because of the crime that's on Camp Bowie. I was investigating corruption on Camp Bowie. They can keep their freaking tip jar and shove it up where the sun doesn't shine. Oopsie daisy! You're all the way from Georgia. .886 is 86th. All right, we got one at Sushi Axiom. We'll be there 2.4 miles, 6 minutes at 5:45 p.m. as in post-meridian. There is Ridgely Theater. It's where I saw Bad Lieutenant, Harvey Keitel's version. I saw Naked Lunch with Peter Weller. My Own Private Idaho with River Phoenix. And I also saw My Brother's Keeper, which is a pretty good documentary. A few other movies too. Those are the ones I remember that I've seen at the Ridgely. They also have punk rock shows there too. pretty cool joint. Oh, passing them again. Batteries. It's so funny because the guy that was battery what the guy did to me. Whether the cops are corrupt. But anyway, it says battery right there. That's where it happened, right there. These guys are a joke, dude. They play Christian music at that place. But I guess they can't control what a big old Latino spick does to a white guy. Even though I have Apache in me, they can't control their anger. They just wake up in the morning. They hate white people. But see, when a godly man's feet touches the ground, they shiver. So Sushi Axiom is hiring. There's the website. There's the QR scanner. It's pretty nice. Be careful because these bags tear. I don't know if Sushi Axiom is going to change it. I don't know how much money they save on these cheap bags, but you got to hold them right here. If not, they'll tear on you. All right. We're going to have your sushi delivered at your doorstep, 3.3 miles, 10 minutes. We'll be there at 6:06 p.m. We're going to Odihana, which is a sushi place. We'll be there in 2 miles. It'll take about 8 minutes. We'll be there at 6:19 p.m. All right, we're on the TCU campus. There's a dog taking a... And then this is the campus right here, or the kind of the Bel Air Drive side of it, where the sports facilities and track. People kind of go to jog around this area. They work on the lawn 24 hours at TCU Frogs. But you can see how pretty their campus is. I think it's a little bit prettier than SMU. SMU is in kind of a busy area of downtown Dallas. Well, not downtown Dallas, but it's not too far from downtown. It's the Mockingbird area. This is actually right off Bel Air. There's a little fountain in there. Little Texas Christian University, founded 1873. I like this little hill right here that dips down. I don't know, there's something cool about it. And these houses are really nice over here. Maybe I could come back and talk to the film and media department, since I have well over 1,700 edited vlogs. parallel drive south. 12-step program is a complex program, but it's fairly simple. It means that, well, I'm no longer going to be a drunk. I'm no longer going to be an alcoholic. And I'm going to practice this 12-step program by AA. And eventually what happens over time, one of the 12 steps is to call back all the people that you harmed with your drunkenness and apologize. And there's a few people out there today that have never called me and apologized. And there are even family members too. People in my own family have never called me to apologize because they can't get sober. They cannot get sober. Because if they were sober, like me, for an example, I'm sober. I don't drink alcohol. I do not drink beer. I do not drink wine. I do not smoke cigarettes. In the show, how many times have you seen me smoke cigarettes? Over the past 10 years, right? And the show has been heavily involved for 3 years. But how many times in the 3-year program, or the 3-year show, it's still a show, is a program, but a 3-year show that we've been doing, almost 4 years now. How many times on any of the episodes, of all 1,700 episodes, have you ever seen a cigarette hanging out of my mouth? Never. How many times have you ever seen me sip on a beer? Never. So the people that have harmed me, that are alcoholics, when they get sober, when they get completely sober, one of the things that they come to realize, because the higher power helps them realize it, they have to call the people that they hurt with their drunkenness, because alcoholism hurts other people. It doesn't just kill and hurt themselves, because an alcoholic slowly kills themselves, and they try to pull other people down with them in a very clever and crafty way, because they're crafty about how they pull people down with them, or try to. They have their little methods, because they have to have a drink. They have to drink alcohol. And once they become sober, then they have to call the people that they harmed, and they have to say, well, hey, listen, this is how I hurt you when I was drinking. These are the things that I did to you, and I want to apologize. And that's what an alcoholic does eventually when they become sober. They go back and they apologize to the people that they harmed in society, the family members, the friends, and the people that were important to them, that they harmed so they could simply get a drink of alcohol. I even have family members. I'll name one of them, Robert Cam. He's an alcoholic that's never called me to apologize because he's never found soberness. His father succumbed to drugs and alcohol. His father died at 80 pounds. He was 80 pounds when his father died and never found soberness because he took pain medicine as he died. He never found soberness. He never called my father back to apologize to what he did to my own mother. And Robbie will never call me to apologize. Robert Cam will never call me to apologize because he'll never find soberness. And it says in the Bible, if you cannot find soberness and you live in drunkenness, you will burn in hell. It says it in the Bible and the Word of God. You will burn in hell. All right, we're going to pick up Anahana Sushi. Ado Hana Sushi. And when you burn in hell, you will watch my family and I feast with the Messiah, and you will beg for a drop of water. You will beg. All right, let's go pick up the sushi and drop it off at the doorstep.
This is your cup.
All right, this is mine.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
there's the Butterfly, right over by Westview. Right on the outside of White Settlement.